Okay, so I'm about to start.
Okay.
So, history taking in 1G, any history taking in anywhere is having a dialogue between you and your patients. You're asking your patient a question and the patient is answering you. And so in history taking, there are certain things you're supposed to ask. And there's one thing you should know about history taking. It's not something, whatever you find out about your patient, it's not something you should go and spread. It's not like it's not an information you should be sharing with other colleagues, except there's a need for you to consult like a higher colleague because you don't understand what's going on with your patient. There's supposed to be confidentiality between you and your patient. And so when you're taking a history, normally you greet your patients, good morning, ma, you introduce yourself, you're still a medical student. I'm a medical student. You can decide to say what level, but it's not really necessary. But you have to introduce yourself, greet, say you're a medical student, and then you start with biodata. Biodata is like basic information of the patient. You ask the patient their names. For now, we're going to be starting with an obstetric patient. Then we'll go to a gynae patient. So you ask, if she comes in pregnant, you ask her if she's booked or she's not booked. And booked, a patient that is booked means that she has come into the hospital, she has come to register her pregnancy in the hospital. She has done some booking parameters. When they teach you antenatal care, you will know all the booking parameters that they do for a pregnant woman when she comes to the hospital. And then she has been reviewed by a doctor with the results from her booking investigations. So she'll tell you if she's booked. You ask her if she's booked or she's unbooked. Then you ask for her age, that's her address, what she does for a living, her tribe, her religion. Now, in religion, if she's a Christian, you should ask her what church she goes to, because there are churches, the Jehovah Witness, that don't receive blood transfusion. So you need to know what church. You might not necessarily state it there. If she's not a Jehovah Witness patient, you should not state it. But if she is, you need to state it in your biodata that she goes to. She's a Christian and she attends Jehovah Witness. Then educational status, not everybody really not all consultants like you put in educational status in the biodata, so you can scrap that part and put it in family and social history. And then marital status. So let me just give you a little bit of how the biodata is going to go. When you're presenting, when you present a patient, you should start now. I know that if you go to the ward and then you'll consult, obviously when you begin postings, they will give you patients to click and you can just stand anywhere in the office. But I think if you learn it now, it will be accustomed to you, because in exam, if they ask you to present your patient and you present your patient at the left side, that's vector failure. They call vector failure is, no matter, even if you're the best students, for doing little things that you get wrong, they can mark you down for it, or automatic failure. So learn now to always stand at the right side of your patient when you're presenting your patient. So either you say I'm presenting, or me, I used to say my patient is Mrs. That's where you put the marital status, either a Miss or a Mrs. Now, if the patient is before you, you call her full name, but you start with her name before her surname. I'll use my name, Mrs. Anguri Ikebujo. But if she's not there, you can use her initials, Mrs. AI, because they say the reason why you use initials is because in case the family member is there and maybe she has some information that she don't want to tell her family members, you will not divulge those information about the patient. So you use initials if she's not there. But if she's in front of you, you say, my patient is Mrs. Anguri Ikebujo, a 28-year-old Yoruba Christian. who resides at house 19 Abuja, and wait, yes, who resides at your sorry, my patient is Mrs. Anurike Bujo, a 27-year-old trader, or a 27-year-old, whatever occupation she does. She's a Yoruba Christian, and she resides at wherever she resides at. That's how your biodata is supposed to go. Now, for gravidity means total number of pregnancies. Sorry, do you mind muting your mic? There's someone playing something in the background, and it's sort of distracting the class. Thank you. So gravidity is total number of pregnancies, including the present pregnancy, irrespective of the outcome. Now, if you want to ask your patient for gravidity, what you say is, Ma, how many times have you been pregnant? You're asking her, irrespective of if she terminated the pregnancy or she had a miscarriage. You want to know how many times she has been pregnant in her life. It doesn't matter whether she carried it to term or she did not carry it to term. So she'll probably tell you, oh, I've been pregnant 7 times, and I probably had, she'll say maybe she has had 4 termination of pregnancy, whether it was voluntary or spontaneous. So that's, you call it gravida. If she has been pregnant 7 times, you call it gravida 7. Now for parity, is the total number of pregnancies carried to the age of viability, irrespective of the outcome. Now, the difference between gravidity and parity is, parity, the pregnancy has to have crossed the age of viability. And the age of viability in Nigeria is 28. I think in UK is 24, and in the US is 20 weeks gestational age. So you ask her, if she tells you, oh ma, I had a miscarriage, you ask her, what age, Abi, how many weeks pregnant were you when you lost the child? It will determine if you should add it in the parity or not. So let's say she has probably she has had 3 miscarriages. One, she lost it at 8 weeks. The second one, she lost it at 27 weeks. And maybe the third one, she lost it at, no, the second one, she lost it at 29 weeks, and the third one, 20 weeks. She's still going to be, and now she's pregnant, she'll be gravida 4 para 1, para 0 plus 1. I don't know how to really explain this to you so that you understand. In parity, if she has not lost if she lost the baby before the age of viability, it's not going to be added. But if she lost it after the age of viability, then it will be para 1. Do you understand? I need response, please.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So
yeah,
we move on to the last menstrual period. For her last menstrual period, the way you ask her is, you ask her of her last period, the date of the first day she started seeing the period, not the last day, or not the day that she stopped seeing the period. The day she started her last period, the first day it came. That's how you get last menstrual period. Because if you don't ask that correctly, you'll not be able to get the expected delivery date and the estimated gestational age. So you have to ask her for the day she first saw the period. That would be her last menstrual period. Now, for the expected delivery date, there's this calculation you have to do to get expected delivery date. Now, a woman comes in, let's say her last menstrual period. Let's say her last menstrual period was, what date would I use? I'm trying to fabricate a date. Sorry, I have to use a book so that. Let's say her last menstrual period was 5th of, let's use last year, of December 2021. And now she comes to see you today. Today's date is 16th, I think. 16th of July 2021. Now, every pregnancy is supposed to be 9 months. I think 480 days in days, and then in weeks, 40 weeks. So for the day, you add 7 because there are 7 days. You add 7 to the day, and then the month. If it is greater than if it is greater than 3, sorry, if it is less than 3, you add 9 to it. But if it is greater than 3, you minus 4 from it. If the month, the day, you add 7 to the day. For the month, if it is greater than 3, you minus 3 from it. I'm sorry for the mistake. But then if it is less than 3, you add 9 to it. So because we picked 12th of December, we're going to minus 3 from 12. And then you add, because it's 2021 December, obviously she's going to have to deliver in 2022. So when you add that up, her EDD, that's her expected date of delivery, would be 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9, I think. And then, yeah, obviously 2022. So that would be her expected delivery date. You guys understand?
No.
No. Okay, let me come again. So when a woman comes to you, in order for you to get her expected delivery date or her estimated gestational age, you need to know her last menstrual period. And you can understand what last menstrual period is, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm creating a scenario. I think you need to have a book and a paper so that you understand, so that you write it down and follow me. I said a woman comes and she tells you, okay, her last menstrual period was on the 5th of December of 2021. So 5th of December 2021 to the day, date is day, month, and year. To the day, you always add 7 to the day. So to the 5th, we're adding 7 to the month. Now, if the month is, there are 1 to 12 months. If the month is anything from January to March, you add 9 to it. Then if it's from April to December, you subtract 3 from it. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then to the year, because it's December, I don't really know how to explain the year, but you know by the time you count 9 months, you will know that okay, it's supposed to be the next year. Or okay, imagine it was January. Obviously, you know that it's still going to be 2021. But because her LMP, last menstrual period, is December, obviously she's going to deliver in 2022 because it's a 9 months pregnancy. So by the time you now try to add it up, 5 plus 7 is 12. You're adding the days together is 7. Now, I told you that her last menstrual period was in December, so you're going to subtract 3 from it. So you have 9. And then obviously 2022. So her expected date of delivery would now be on the 12th of September 2022. Do you guys now understand?
Yes.
Okay. So to be sure that you guys understood, I'll give people something to work out, and then you tell me the expected delivery dates. So let's use 7th of 7th of October. Yeah, let's use November. 7th of November 2021. That's our LMP. So what's our EDD?
42. Gynaecology.
Yeah.
So what's our expected delivery date?
I don't understand.
14th of August 2022.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. So let me give you another one where you have to add. So she comes in and her last menstrual period was on the 26th of January 2021. What do you expect her expected delivery date to be? Have you guys gotten your answer? This one is a little bit tricky, so I'll explain,
November.
but I need to know what you guys got.
2nd or 3rd of November 2022.
3rd of September 2020. 2021.
Okay, so let me
yeah.
explain this one.
I think it's 3rd of November.
Okay.
Okay,
I gave you guys
3rd of
26th.
November.
Okay, I gave you guys 26th of January 2021. Now, when you add 7 to 26, it's 33, right?
Yes.
Now, for this case, in January, how many days do you have in January? 31 days.
30 days. 31.
Yeah, so by the time you subtract 31 from 33, you have second. Now, because there's a spillover, when you add the months, you're supposed to get tenths. But because there's a spillover, it will not be tenths, it will be 11.
11.
So it will be 2nd of November 2021. So when you get tricky things like this, just add up the days. If it's like 34, 35, whatever, add up the days. And then depending on the month, there are some months that 30 days. You subtract 30, and then the rest will now be the days. Then because there's a spillover, instead of having 10 months, you have it will spill over to the next month. That will be 11. So do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't really understand the month.
the month. Did you understand the part where I said for the months, if it's less than from January to March, you add 9 days, but from April to December, you subtract 3 from it.
Sorry, the 9 days you are adding. Is it supposed to be 9 days or 9 months?
Sorry, not days, 9 months.
Yes, that's
so you understood that part, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But for this one that I gave you guys to solve, now because there's a spillover in the days, it will spill over to the next month. Now because we added 9 to the month, which was January, it's 10. Now because I told you there's a spillover, it will no longer be 10, it will be 11. For any time you are giving you're expected to calculate EDD, that's expected delivery date, and there's a spillover. When you calculate your months and it gives you a particular thing, if there's a spillover, it will spill over to the next month. So you have to add and the extra month that is spilled over to. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. I have a question. The month now, if it's January, you said add. If it's there, assuming there's no spillover, maybe beginning of January, you're adding 9. That makes it 10 months.
Yes.
So the 10th month is October, right?
Yes.
It's going to be October. Hello? It's going to be in October, the EDD.
Yes,
the
it's going to be
EDD
October.
be in October. Okay. But because for this one is spilling, it will be November.
November, yes. If there's a spillover, there will be an additional month.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so we'll be calculating the estimated gestational age. You have to be, in calculating this thing, like we just finished our end of posting for O&G, and knowing your the patient's last menstrual period, the expected delivery date, and estimated gestational age is very important, because the doctors, there were people that did not get it right, and to them, if you don't get it, it's veto failure, you fail automatically. So it's important that we, from time to time, be practicing, just pick up any, just come up with any last menstrual period, and then try to solve the EDD and the EGA. Be solving it with time, you'll get used to it and probably not be flopping up in it. Now, for estimated gestational age, there are two ways to go about it. Let's use the first one. The first example I gave, that was 5th of December 2021. Now, I told you there are two ways. Now, okay, today is 16th of 7. This is the first way I'm going to be teaching you. 15th of 7th, 2022. Now, and we said the EDD was 12th of 9th, 2022, sorry. Remember, LMP is 5th of 12th, 2021. And then the EDD is 12th of 9th, 2022. Now, from today, which is 16th of July, to September, that's July, August, September, you want to calculate how many weeks. How many weeks do we have in August? 30 days of September, April, June, November, 31 days. In August, there's 31 days. That's 4 weeks and 3 days. But 4 weeks is 28 days. So 29, 30, 31 plus 3 days. In September, we said her expected date of delivery is 12th of September. So 12th of September is 1 week and how many days? 1 week and 6 days. 5 days. 7, 8. Yeah, 1 week and 5 days. So you write the 1 week plus 5 days. Now, this July, today is 16th. And there are how many days in July? 31 days.
31.
So 31 minus 16 is what?
15.
It's 15. So 15 days is how many weeks? 2 weeks and 1 day.
Yeah.
Now, what you now do is add up everything. For July, we have 2 weeks and 1 day left in the month. For August, we have 4 weeks and 3 days. For September, because her EDD is 12 days, that is 1 week plus 5 days. So you add up the weeks. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7 weeks, right?
Sorry. Why are we using July?
You say?
July, how does July come into this? Sorry.
July, because we're using the day she came in to see you.
Okay.
The day is where the July is when the day she came to see you. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Then you add up the days. 5 plus 3 plus 1, that's 9 days. And 9 days is 1 week plus 2 days, right?
Yes.
So you now add it up to the 7 weeks. That's 8 weeks plus 2 days, right?
Yes.
Now, remember I told you, you can normal pregnancy is supposed to last for 9 months, which is 480 days or 40 weeks. Now you now subtract 8 weeks plus 2 days from 40 weeks. So 40 minus 8 is 32. Right?
Yes.
Now you now have 32 weeks, but you need to still subtract the 2 days. So it's now be 31 weeks. The other week, you now minus 2. That will be 31 weeks plus 5 days. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you don't understand, I'll come again.
So I'm stuck at after you said the day of arrival on July 15th.
Yes, July 16th. Today is
16th.
July 16th. We're using today.
Okay.
She came in to see you today, so July 16th.
So that is 2 weeks and
1 day.
2 days.
Is it 2 days?
2 days. 14, 15, 16.
We said there are 15 days left in July. So
Okay.
7 days make 1 week. So 2 weeks plus 1 day.
All right. Then you add everything. That would be 7 weeks. And
Then you add up all the
9
days. 9 days. But then it's not be, there's no 9 days. It's supposed to be 7 days. So it's not be 1 week plus 2 days. That's the 9 days. So it will now make it up to 8 weeks plus 2 days.
8 weeks, 2 days. Okay, makes sense.
Now you now subtract these 8 weeks plus 2 days from 40 weeks because the pregnancy is supposed to last for 40 weeks.
Oh yeah.
That's where we got our 31 days plus 5 days, 31 weeks plus 5 days.
Yes.
Do you understand? That's just one method.
Yes.
Now the other method, every doctor will tell you try to use the two so that by the time you calculate the two and they are not adding up, you know that there's a mistake somewhere. So this is the first method. The second method to do is, we said her last menstrual period was on the 5th of December 2021. So how I do it is I write it out. You write December, and then her EDD is supposed to be 12th of September. So I write out December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then September. Now we already said that her last menstrual period was 5th of December 2021. Now in December, there are 31 days and her last menstrual period was 5th. So 31 minus 5 is what? 26, right?
Yeah.
So in 26 days, how many weeks do you have?
3
weeks
weeks.
plus 5 days, right?
Yes.
So you write out 3 weeks plus 5 days. In January, there are 31 days. So 31 days is 4 weeks plus 3 days. In February, there are 28 days, except it's a leap year, which is 29. So if it's 28 days, we know that 28 days is 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Then March is 31 days, 4 weeks plus 3 days. April is 30 days. So it will be 4 weeks plus 2 days. May is 31 days. So it's 4 weeks plus 3 days. June is 30 days, right? So it will be 4 weeks and 2 days. July is 31 days, so 4 weeks and 3 days. August is 31 days, so 4 weeks and 3 days. For the September, because we said her EDD is 12 weeks, is 12th of September. We already established that 12 days is how many weeks? 1 week plus 5 days. So you write 1 week plus 5 days. Do you understand up to this point? Or should I come again?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so you now add up everything. We'll add up the weeks first. So there are how many 4s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 times 8 is what?
32.
I'm not good at math.
32.
4 times 8 is 32. Okay. So write 32. Now there's a 3 up. 32 plus 3, 35 plus 1. That's 36.
Yeah.
Then you now add up all the days. That's 5 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 2, 18 plus 3, 21, right? Plus 3 again.
Yeah.
24 plus 3, 29.
Plus 5.
Sorry, plus 5, 29, right?
Yes.
So in 29 days, how many weeks do we have?
4.
4 weeks plus 1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you add it up, it's supposed to give you how many weeks?
40.
40 weeks plus 1 day. So if we're getting 40 weeks plus 1 day, and we use the other formula, what did we get?
31 weeks and 5 days.
That means there was a place we messed up in. Now let's go over it again.
Wait, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. This
Okay.
second way that you're calculating, isn't it like from December to September? Isn't that calculating like the entire pregnancy term that is like 40 weeks?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the correction. That's where the mistake is. So we're supposed to stop at July. July. Yeah, July 16th. So that was my mistake. Thank you for bringing it up. We're supposed to stop at July 16th to know her estimated gestational age. So we already said that 16 days in July is how many weeks? 2 weeks plus 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So at that July point, we put 2 weeks plus 2 days. Thank you for the correction. So let's go over the calculation again. So there are how many 4s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6.
24.
24. Yeah. Plus 3. 27. Then plus 2. 29.
29.
So we'll have 29 weeks. Now let's calculate the days. 5 plus 3, 8. Plus 3, 11. Plus 2, 13. Plus 3, 16. Plus 2, 18. And plus 2, 20. So in 20 days, we have 2 weeks and how many days? 6 days.
Yeah.
2 weeks plus. So that's 31. If you add it to the 29 weeks, that's 31 weeks plus 6 days. So you see, it's just a day left over that we have. So with these, if you try the 2 ways and you're having more than 2 or 3 days, or if you're having up to a week's lapse, you should recorrect. But if it's just a day or 2 that is missing, they don't penalize you for it. So you should have something like this. Did you understand the 2 methods?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We move to the next thing. So the Zoom meeting will soon end and you have to reconnect. But we go until it ends. So the next thing is complaints. Now, when you finish getting that, now when you're reading it out, after you've read out your bio data, you now say, my patient is gravida 5 plus gravida 5 para whatever plus if she has had a miscarriage, then plus 1 or plus how many miscarriages. Then you now say how many are alive, like how many children that she has are alive. Let me say 2 are alive or whatever are alive. You now say her last menstrual period was on the 5th of December 2021, making her expected date of delivery to be, what did we get again? 12th of September 2022, and her estimated gestational age of 31 weeks, 6 days today. That's how you read it out to your consultant or to whoever you're reading it out to. Now, for the complaint, you are supposed to